Let's take you back to KZN now, where former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede and her co-accused made a brief appearance in court today. All pre-trial matters should be finalised by the 22nd of this month, with the trial expected to begin next year. Gumede is accused of fraud in a multi-million rand waste removal tender. eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathiah is there, and he'll just give us an update on what happened in court. Dasen, yet another very short appearance. Did pre-trial proceedings actually go ahead this time?
Maseko, just a short while ago, myself and a few other journalist colleagues were just discussing that we'd lost count. Was it 4 or was it 5 pre-trial conferences that we had been here for? But whatever the case may be, there's finally some positive movement in this case now. It is a very important case. We have now found out in court that this will be finalized and ready for trial at least by next year. So by the time we get back to court here on the 22nd of August, at that point, all of the legal representatives will be ready. Today, it was just one in particular, the legal representative of accused 15, 16 and 17. He is saying that he only got his brief this week and he wasn't yet ready. But I'll now bring in Natasha Ramkisun-Kara from the NPA. Natasha, I think everyone's been waiting with bated breath to find out if we're actually going to get to trial. But as I was saying to my colleague, finally most of those issues being ironed out in court.
Absolutely. As you said, you cannot even sort of begin to count how many times they were pre-trial. The good news is that the matter was postponed today for plea. So on the 22nd of August, when we come back to court, the accused will then tender their pleas, and that will be the official start of the trial.
I think we also need to consider that it is, we have a lot of accused in this matter, and the indictment itself is 400 pages long. So even when it does get underway, I imagine that it's going to take a long time to get through all of that.
Absolutely, it's quite a large indictment. It's actually a lever arch file, and then the charges have to be put to all of those accused, and that indictment has to be read out. So whilst it sounds like it's going to be a quick jump, at least it started, but it's going to take time to read those charges.
There's the other issue which we were talking about the last time, and that's the issue of media access. I mean, even today we didn't have our cameras inside because of that application that was made by SANEF about a week ago. Do you know, in terms of that process, what does that mean? Does it look like we should be able to get our cameras in at least by the start of the trial?
I actually would not be able to advise. It's going to be entirely up to the judge, and those timelines that she mentioned on the previous occasion. Tomorrow is the deadline for parties that are going to oppose to file their applications, and then obviously next week it's for SANEF to reply.
Well, thank you very much, Natasha Ramkisun-Kara there from the NPA. Maseko, so fingers crossed there. I can tell you that most of the accused don't seem to have a problem with us filming those proceedings. And on that note, they also seem to want to get this trial going. It is a costly affair, all of these appearances in court, and especially with the trial not getting going. But right now it sounds like at least by the 22nd, there will be some movement, and we should be expecting that trial to start by the first quarter of the next year.